What if I told you this rugged off-road looking SUV gets better gas mileage than a Corolla? Meet the all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid. Yep, a hybrid. This isn't just your average EcoBox. Mazda built this thing to compete with the RAV4 hybrid, but they also gave it a more premium interior, a better driving feel, and finally, improved fuel economy. So is this just a lifted CX-5 with the battery pack, or is this Mazda's best SUV yet? We're taking this on a road trip to see if it's more than just fuel efficient. Let's dive right in. The CX-50 hybrid gets a Toyota powertrain. It's the same exact engine, motors, and transmission as the RAV4 hybrid, and that makes 219 horsepower and 163 net pound-feet of torque, which isn't that shabby for this SUV. You get from 0 to 60 in 7.6 seconds. Let's come to full stop here and test it out real quick. A little bit of brake boost, no turbo though. It is a 2.5 liter inline 4, and there you have it, 60 miles per hour. Not too bad for a hybrid SUV. Sharing the RAV4 powertrain is a great thing because it's the most reliable and well-known hybrid system out there. They've been doing this for over a decade now, and their hybrid system is perfect. But what the RAV4 doesn't get is Mazda steering, which is where this thing is way better. Let's come into this corner, a little bit hot. Okay, the steering feels really nice. It's almost like a Mazda 3. It's very engaging compared to the RAV4. A little bit of weight to it, perfect amount. It isn't as heavy as the turbo GT model that you get with the normal turbo CX-50, but it's good. It's still Mazda, and that's where it's more enjoyable. Personally, I really like how this thing handles for the segment. It is a little bit heavier than the non-hybrid. It comes in at just over 4,000 pounds. The suspension is a little bit stiffer than what you find in a RAV4. It makes the vehicle feel more planted. It's more connected to the road. It isn't as floaty. It's still very comfy though, but you just get a little bit more driving feedback, which is where I like the Mazda a bit more than the RAV4. The acceleration comes on nice. It doesn't feel as punchy as the GT Turbo that you get in the non-hybrid, but power still feels nice. What's also changed from the non-hybrid is the CVT transmission, which isn't as engaging as the normal automatic. No gears, it's just a continuous belt, but it works fine. It's a very linear torque band, and it does a good job just commuting through traffic. And just like the Toyota RAV4, the engine is actually pretty loud, but the interior is very well insulated, so I think it's a little bit better than the RAV4 again, because you do get that more premium feel in this car. Even though it sounds rather loud, you do get your drive mode selected here. It's called your Mi Drive. You get a normal mode, a power mode, which is basically your sport mode. The steering doesn't change, it's just your throttle response and the transmission. And then you get your trail mode in case you want to go on the trails, because it is a CX-50 after all, can actually take it off-roading. We actually took the non-hybrid version on rugged trail 2 years ago, and it did amazing. But with this, you do get that all-wheel drive, unlike the normal CX-50, where it's more so of the electric motor powering the rear wheels instead of a drive shaft. Again, the acceleration is good, but it doesn't feel like the turbo CX-50. That car just feels a lot sportier. It doesn't make that much noise, and you do get that turbo kick in, but you don't get that here. It's still good though. I don't think you need all that power. When you remove your foot off the pedal, it does regen brake a little bit harder than a normal car. It feels like a normal hybrid. When you reaccelerate, you do get that all-wheel drive, so you're not really slipping at all. It's a great system. There's also an EV button here, which we can activate if we're going slow enough. Let's get to under 40 kilometers an hour, or 30 kilometers an hour. There you go. And then you can go on full EV mode. If you accelerate a little bit too hard, the engine will kick back on, and it just goes into what the car thinks should be EV or combustion engine mode. It does a really good job of seamlessly transitioning. The only way you can really tell is when the EV logo there lights up. Other than that, you really can't tell. Even though you're missing some of that engagement you get from the turbo model, in reality, I think as a practical SUV, the hybrid is the best option. The turbo does have that feeling and additional power and kick, but I really can't see it as a better option besides the additional torque, feeling, and the 3,500 pound towing capacity going down to 1,500 pounds for the hybrid. Other than that, I really think you should get the hybrid over the non-hybrid, and I think this is a better option than the RAV4 if you want something a bit more premium and handles a little bit better than the RAV4. In terms of fuel economy, the hybrid CX-50 gets really good mileage, and you're only making a few sacrifices for that great mileage. You get a 38 miles per gallon combined fuel economy. We're taking this on a road trip right now, and it's actually averaging 37 miles per gallon the entire time, which is really impressive. It's mostly highway, which is exactly what it's rated for. So good job, Mazda. I think fuel economy is absolutely great in this car. The exterior. Usually hybrids and EVs look a little funky, but this isn't the case. It's stylish, it's modern, with a bit of a rugged off-road look, especially with these fender flares, which I actually would prefer if they were gloss black. Even though it scratches more, it looks a little bit better. The Soul Red Crystal Metallic color is exclusive for the hybrid version. I think it's beautiful on this car. You get 19-inch wheels here, a piano black front grille. The rear end is really nice. It's actually probably the best looking hybrid SUV at this price point in terms of design. And the best part is that it doesn't look like your average NPC, basic CRV, or RAV4 hybrid that you find on every corner. I think that's the best part about the CX-50 is because it stands out. It's a very high quality interior, especially for the price point. You get leather everywhere. You get this orange brown stitching here and on the side as well. And these seats are so nice. You get this black stripe in the middle. They are heated and ventilated as well. And you get an 8-way power adjustable setting here with your lumbar support and 2-way memory seating. You also get a 10.3-inch infotainment screen up here. It is a touch screen, and you do get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly. Of course, you do get your wireless charger there as well. And you can control the screen with this dial here in case you don't want to reach that far. I like the fact that they kept both. It's kind of like the BMW system where you can do either or, whatever is faster and more convenient. You do get a semi-digital dashboard here in the middle. The middle part is digital, the side is still analog. I think having a full digital dashboard would be nice now for 2025, like something in the CX-70 and the CX-90, but this is perfectly fine. Just a couple of screens that you can go through, including your fuel economy and your adaptive cruise control. You do get your available heads-up display up there as well. It's very nice and clear. It also shows your traffic sign information there as well. And we get a standard 8-speaker audio system, but you can upgrade to this 12-speaker Bose audio system. It sounds really good. You also get a 360 camera available in Canada with this button here. You can see the curve view. Apparently, you can't get it in the US for the hybrid model. For some people, that might be a deal breaker, but it's a really nice touch that they have here for Canada. Drive mode selectors here, your brake hold, your EV button. I love the volume knob being right here. It's very easy to use, kind of like the Audi system. Physical HVAC control, which is really nice to see in 2025. It's very easy and quick to use. You get 2 USB-C ports in here and a well-sized center console there. This is your Mazda key for the CX-50. And you also get an available panoramic sunroof. You don't even have to go up to the Premium Plus version. You can get the Premium package and still get the huge panoramic sunroof. Checking out the rear seat of the CX-50. Plenty of space. I am sitting right behind myself at 5'8". Legroom's good. Headroom's all right, especially with the panoramic sunroof. If you don't get it, you get an extra bit of headroom. You get heated seats and 2 USB-C ports, as well as vents back here. Very flat transmission tunnel here, so we can sit in the middle pretty well if you had to fit 5 people in the back of the CX-50. You get a power tailgate for the CX-50. It opens up to 29 cubic feet of space behind the second row. I also appreciate levers here, so you can fold down second row, so you don't have to reach all the way there. It gives you 56 cubic feet of space behind the first row. You get a spare tire in the CX-50, which is very nice to see in 2025. Most companies are cheaping out and giving you just a fix-a-flat kit now. This thing starts at $36,000 and gets up to $42,000 for the Premium Plus trim. And in Canada, that's $43K starting price, and it goes up to $48K Canadian. It's a little bit more expensive than the RAV4 hybrid, but it's worth it if you ask me. For that little bit of extra luxury, that puts it ahead of the competition. The CX-50 Hybrid isn't just about saving gas, it's about bringing that Mazda driving feel to the new era. It's one where efficiency, capabilities, and design finally meets. And if this is Mazda's future, I'm all for it. Let me know if you guys would pick this over the CR-V Hybrid or the RAV4 Hybrid. That's all guys, thanks for watching.